Hey everyone, Emeka here. How's it going? In this video, I want to talk about exactly what I outsource in my Kindle publishing business. Outsourcing is a great way to save yourself a ton of time because we all know time is the one resource, it's the one thing that is equal to all of us. No matter how much money you have, how much money you don't have, no matter how famous you are or how unknown you are, time is the great equalizer to us all. Outsourcing is a way to get more done in the same amount of time that you and everyone else has, the 24 hours a day that we've been given. And you know, it's great because if I did this video a few months ago, what I would tell you is there's only one thing I outsource and everything else I do myself. But as my business has been growing over the last few months, the amount that I outsource has been growing substantially. And today, even, I found another area of the business that I'm like, I can't do this anymore because how long it takes me to do just doesn't make sense, because I know I could be working on other things that are just going to you know, just build and impact is the word I'm looking for, impact my business on a greater scale than some of the menial tasks that are important, but they're just not necessarily important enough that I need to do them personally. So I want to walk you through the stages of my publishing business and you know, what I was outsourcing and why, and what I chose to do on my own and why. I'm going to have another video coming up shortly on exactly what you can do to find the best ghostwriters around. So let's talk about what I was outsourcing in the beginning. In the beginning, I outsourced one thing and one thing only, and that was my writing. I outsourced my writing purely because I made the decision I don't want to write my books myself. I want to hire ghostwriters and have them do all that work for me. I've talked about that enough in other videos, so go check those out if you want to understand a little bit more about that. But yeah, so I outsourced all my writing. Now I also, two things really. I outsource my cover design as well. I'm not a graphic designer. I don't have a creative bone in my body. But you know, so it was the outsource. It was the writing and the cover design, the two things that I outsourced. Everything else I did myself. I did all the formatting myself for ebooks and paperbacks. I did all the reviews myself. I did all the promotion. You know, all the expense tracking, everything else I did myself. And I did all the back when I was doing free website submissions, I did all of that myself. But as the business grew, I quickly realized that there were certain things that it made more sense to outsource. Now, why didn't I outsource these things in the beginning? Well, I don't know if it was because no, I know exactly why I didn't outsource these things in the beginning. I'm not going to hold back here. I know exactly why. It was because I was focused on making as much money with the least amount invested as possible. That's why. Because I had a certain budget for my business and I was going to maximize every single penny I could. If there was something else I could do and I was confident in my abilities to do it, I did it to save $5. Because at that point, I just wanted to grow the business as fast as I could. And in order to do that, I needed more cash. Cash was what was holding me back in the beginning. And so I saved money no matter where I could. Now, $5 to format your book for CreateSpace versus, honestly, it takes you like 5 to 10 minutes to format a book for CreateSpace. But, you know, some people would say, hey, well, why don't we just pay the $5? Because in the beginning, that was $5 more I could put towards a new book. It was just worth it for me to learn how to do it myself, so I could just do it myself and save the money in the beginning, so I could put that towards something that was actually going to help you know, build my income. So I hope that makes sense, but that was really my mentality in the beginning. So if you're thinking, hey, should I be outsourcing this task or should I be doing it myself? Take a look at where you are in your business. If you're brand new and you're not making, you're only making a few bucks right now, do as much as you possibly can yourself. Why do you think I have videos on how to format your book yourself? Right? I believe they're like how to format your book in under 10 minutes. How to format your CreateSpace book in under 5 minutes, I believe that one is. Like, I made those to help new publishers. You don't have to pay somebody $5 to get that done in the beginning. You don't. Save your money and just do it yourself for a few minutes. It's super, super easy. Anyways, so I was outsourcing writing, I was outsourcing cover design, and I'm just thinking as the business grew, I stopped doing free website submissions because I realized that was just a waste of time, and that's a process that no longer works in publishing in 2017 at all. What else did I outsource? But yeah, and so literally it was those two things till about maybe a month or two ago that I started outsourcing my formatting, and honestly, I think that's it. And no, I also now outsource some expenses and some, I guess you would call it data analysis that I'll talk about in a second. But so the reason that I switched to outsourcing my formatting was because now I was starting to publish more books at once. When you're only publishing 1 or 2 books a month, it's honestly, if you're publishing 1 or 2 books a month, there's no justification for you to be paying somebody to format your books. You have enough time on your hands. But now that I started publishing more books, more regularly, but then also those books was turning into bundles. And it just got to the point, it was overwhelming me, and it was just much easier to pay somebody to do it for me. For example, I just came out with, I think, 3 more books, and I turned it into a total of 9 books. So those 3 I transformed into 9 different books through bundling and whatnot. And I tried, like, I was like, okay, let me throw it together. And I was just getting so frustrated that I found, this girl on Upwork. She's wonderful, and paid her. Can't even remember how much I paid her, but I paid her a little bit more than she said she was getting from other publishers, just because I really, I value people's time, and, especially, this is going to go on a little rant here, but, especially if my philosophy is this, if you're hiring somebody from, I don't really know if they're third world countries or not, like the Philippines, or I think she's from Serbia, but and they're willing to work for that cheap, I pay them a little extra, because obviously it's not hurting my bottom line, but you know what, the couple dollars extra that I paid her, I bet made a world of difference in her mind. And by doing that, you create loyalty. And this is something I should be talking about in another video, probably will, but bottom line is I paid her to format all those books. And I had her do her first couple. She sent me to them. We did a couple changes, and then she's like, I'll do the rest tomorrow. And when I woke up, I had my inbox full of these 9 or 10 different books, formatted, ready to upload. It was awesome. That saved me literally hours. And it only cost me, I think it cost me like $60, $70 or something, nothing. So it was awesome. So now I'm at that point where I outsource all my formatting. It just makes more sense for me because it speeds things up. She also, same girl, she also does my monthly income and expense generating reports for me now. So tracking your finances, super, super important to do, especially when you're just starting off, because it's good to create that habit now in the beginning when you're brand new versus trying to figure it all out months down the road. And so I pull all the reports from KDP and from CreateSpace, send her the Excel files. She extracts all the data. She translates it. She converts it all into US dollars for me. Breaks down how much each book made, how many copies were sold, the royalties I made in US dollars, and I just throw it on my spreadsheet for my monthly, for my income report. Phenomenal. Do you have any idea how long that used to take me converting every little currency? Literally, that took me a couple hours. I don't know if I'm slow on computer or whatnot, but it's just faster. Pay her a few bucks to get that done, and boom, it's done. So I don't know, we kind of went all over the place in this video. I apologize for that. Hopefully you're still with me, but bottom line is, when you're new, outsource as little as you can. As your business grows and your time becomes more valuable, start outsourcing more. But outsourcing, the cost of it should never affect your bottom line in a way that it'll hold you back from publishing your next book. Because let me be clear, in this business, publishing books is the name of the game. You have to keep publishing books in order to move forward and to grow your business. So you don't want anything to hold back from that. And that was really the mentality I had in the beginning, that any dollar I spent somewhere else meant $1 away from publishing a book. So you got to keep that at the forefront of your mind at all costs. So anyways, guys, that's all I got for you right now. Hey, thumbs up. Did you like this video? Was it helpful? Hey, if you have any questions on outsourcing, or if you need a little bit more clarity in this video, comment section, let me know, ask away, and I'd be more than happy to answer. As always, if you're new, take a look around, consider subscribing if you're liking what you're seeing, and maybe send this video to somebody that you think it might help. So anyways, guys, talk to you tomorrow. Take care.